Hello everyone, welcome to part 40 of Laravel 9 series in which we are creating the multi-vendor e-commerce website. So we will continue working on the products module, and in last video we have seen that we able to display products in admin panel, and now in this video we are going to display the product section as well as the categories and who adds the products. If vendor adds, then we are going to show the vendor ID or vendor details we are going to show, and along with that we are going to show the admin as well. Okay, and we are going to create the relations between product and section, and also product and categories. Okay, so let's start. First thing is, see here, this is the products table, and we want to add here admin ID as well, because see, if vendor adds the product, then we will come to know that who adds the product, but we will also come to know, like if some admin or sub admin or super admin adds the product, then we must know that who adds the products exactly. Okay, so that admin ID column is required here, and also see admins. In admins, this is the ID, so we are going to add here admin underscore ID column, and see, this ID belongs to vendor, belongs to admin, so for all admin types this ID is really useful. Okay, so we are going to add here. So see, I'm going to add here in PHP my admin, but you can add this column with migration as well. Okay, it's your choice. So I'm going to add the column here after vendor ID. I'm going to add here admin ID as well. Okay, save. I'm going to save this one, and see here, in if the product has been added by the vendor, then admin ID will remain as 0. Okay, and see, what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this entry as well, and going to add both the entries with the cedar command to make it empty. Okay, so I'm going to run the cedar command to so that uh, we can able to refill our products table. PHP, that is, yeah, PHP artisan db seed. So let's see if we can able to add admin ID does not have the default value. Admin ID does not have the default value. Okay, so it is showing some error here. Admin ID does not have default value. Okay, we are going to check why this issue is coming. Okay, this issue has come because here we have not defined admin ID in that products table header. So we need to define here, like after vendor ID we are required to define admin ID as well. Here in this case admin ID is 0, and in this case after vendor ID, see, we are going to define the admin ID as well. So in this case admin ID must be 1, I think. Okay, uh, so we are going to make sure that we are adding the right admin ID. So what I can do, I can check in products table here. uh, okay, here, sorry, in admins table I'm going to check. See, the admin is having ID 1 and vendor is having ID 2, so admin ID must be 1, and in case of this one ID 2, vendor ID source, fine. See, whenever admin ID is having some value other than 0, then vendor ID is always 0, and when there is some vendor ID, then admin ID is always 0. Okay, so this is vice versa. Okay, so now see, we are ready to run that php at db that uh, php artisan db seed command once again, and this time we able to insert 2 records. Okay, so now this time it's coming. Okay, so now we want to show here uh, sorry, I'm going to refresh. See, we are going to show it like this: category, sections, admin ID. This is the test environment. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to run the project once again. Okay. Okay, actually we need to run this code. Okay, so now it will not display. Okay, so see here, that category section, I have shown you here, we need to display like this, like I have shown you. We need to display here like this. We need to display its category section. Okay, okay, we need to display the product category, like Redmi is come under smartphones category, and smartphones will come under section category, that is electronics. In the same way, blue casual t-shirt comes under t-shirts category, and that comes under section clothing, and added by the super admin. So in case of vendor, we can check the vendor details as well, like this. Okay, so I hope that this is clear. So we are going to make this thing in this video. So right now, in last video we have just created the products module. Products, we have shown the products with limited details. Now we are going to show the more details, like category, section, and who adds the product. Okay, so for that, we are going to add here few relation. So we are going to create the belongs to relation between products and section. First of all, products and section means every products belongs to this section. Okay, so this section id is here in our products table. So we are going to define here relation, and that is public function section. Okay, public function section. Okay, so here we are going to make the belongs to relation. Return dollar this belongs to. Okay, so we are going to add here app. It's under app models and category, sorry, section. Okay, and its id is section underscore id. Okay, so this is the one relation, and another relation we are going to have the category relation we are going to add here. Okay, like public function category, and here we are going to add the category model, and category underscore id is in the products table. So every product belongs to the section, every product belongs to the category. Okay, so these two relation we are going to add these two relation to the uh, products function. Okay, here open this one, and here we are going to attach these two relations. Okay, so what we can do with here, first we are going to add category and section. So first we are going to add the section, and then after that we are going to add the category relation. Okay, so let's see. Now I am going to check with dd, that is do and die, and I am going to check here, refresh, and here we are going to see the section details also is coming, category details is also coming. Okay, both section and category details we can able to see. Okay, so now suppose we don't want that much details, category details, we want some specific category details, like I just want here id and category name, nothing else. And also in case of section, I just want id and name. So in that case we can use this subquery Okay, so what I can do, I can use this subquery with both section as well as the category relation. Okay, so for that what I will do, I will add here function. Okay, so I'm going to add it function like this, and here inside this one we are going to add I'm going to add inside this we are going to use the select query here in this subquery. We are going to use this select query, and inside select I am going to select only id as well as the category name. Okay, then semicolon. uh, okay, so this is one, and the another one we will also add like section for sorry, category also we can add a subquery for the category as well, function. And here we are going to add, I'm going to copy this one, paste, and here in case of, see, in case of section there is the name, and in case of category there is the category name, like this. Okay, so now it seems to be fine. Okay, so now this time we are going to refresh here. Okay, so here we will add the dollar query inside this one. We will add the dollar query here. Okay, as well as here. Now we are going to check. See, now we have the specific details. Okay, limited details in both name and category name is coming. Okay, fine. And now we can use this in products blade file. So we are going to show here, after product color, what we are going to show, we are going to show here category, section, and added by 3 columns we are going to add. After product color we are going to add here 3 columns, 1, 2, and 3. First one is we are going to show section. Okay, or we can show the category, and after that, after category we are going to show the section, and after section we are going to show who added this product, added by. Okay, so so we are going to see here, see now see uh, we are having like relation sorry, like product, after that section, then name. Okay, product, category, then category name. Okay, like this. So first will come it will come here this category, and then category name, category, and then category name. So, and for section, what we are going to have, we are going to have here uh, section and then name. Okay, so first we are going to check these two. Refresh here, we can simply comment this one. Now refresh once again, and see we able to display the category as well as the section. Category is smartphone for Redmi Note 11, and t-shirts for red casual t-shirt, and section is electronics for smartphones and clothing for t-shirts. And now we are going to add one added by a column. Okay, so I'm going to show here that who adds this product, and for that we are having the admin id. Okay, and we are also having the admin type, and see here, if admin type is vendor, then we are going to show the vendor details as well, otherwise we will only show the admin type. Okay, so here in this one I'm going to add at the top, if dollar product admin type equal to vendor. Okay, so in this case we are going to display the vendor details. Okay, so here I'm going to take it like this, and here inside this we are going to display here the admin type. Okay, so here to add as condition, and okay, so in else we are going to add here uh, here we are going to add that admin. Okay, here also we are going to add the admin type. Okay, but here in case of vendor we have shown the link as well. Okay, so let's first check. See, vendor and super admin. Okay, that's fine. So we can also give the UC first. Okay, super admin. Okay, here we can also give the UC first here in both cases, so that first word in caps UC first. Okay, so in case of vendor we are going to show the vendor details as well. So vendor details we are already having. If you will check the vendors here, we have that actual link view details. So this link we are going to add for the vendor. In case of vendor we are going to show. Okay, so for this we will add the URL admin, under admin view vendor details, view vendor details. Okay, so after that we are going to add here the admin ID, that is dollar product, then admin ID. Okay, and after that now we are going to check here. Here we are also add the target blank. Okay, so now we are going to close this one, and sorry, I will check in products here. I made one mistake. Admin vendor seems to be fine. Okay, so we will open the products module, and now I'm click on vendor and see the vendor information, because the admin ID is not correct here. If it is vendor, then add, so it is not required, I think. Okay, only seen yeah, but in case of vendor we need to display. So we are going to check here, like if it is vendor, yeah, in case of vendor, then we are going to have the admin ID here. Okay, we're going to check admin ID is 1 in case of second product. I think some mistake here. Okay, so there is one issue. See, we need to show the we need to insert the admin ID in both the cases. Like see, this first one is added by, see, this vendor ID is also having the admin ID. Okay, so this vendor ID is 1, so in this case the admin ID is 2. Okay, so here must be 2, so here must be 1. So in every case there is some admin ID. In case of vendor as well, there is some admin ID. Okay, so only difference is that vendor ID is having the ID, because further details like vendor bank details, vendor business details uh, are depend upon this ID, this vendor ID. Okay, but every vendor as well as every admin, super admin, sub admin will have the admin ID, as all are the admin types. Okay, so now we are going to try. Okay, so I'm going to refresh here. So here now it will open the vendor details. Okay, so don't worry, we are going to add from the admin panel everything. Now we have just inserted the correct ID in database, but when we will add more products from the admin panel, then no such issue will come. Whenever the product will get added into the admin panel, we are going to check who is adding the product, okay, and according to that we are going to fill the table admin id as well as the vendor id, okay. So at that time issue will not come. And also in future videos we are going to display this one as well. We are going to create the page. Right now see, we are not showing the details for all the admin types. We are just showing details in case of vendor, as vendor is having much details, okay. But in case of admin we are not showing, as the admin is only having specific details, only these details it is having. But vendor is having vast details, so that's why we are showing the link for the vendor. But in future we are going to show the link for the admin as well, so that we can display there as well. Here also we are going to display the link that the person, so that we can check who add the product, okay. So now see, category and section we have already added, and now we will start working on the add edit product from the next video. So stay tuned for that. So that's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.